Audio Company presents another adventure into the impact zone. And today, here is a very significant truth. To succeed today, you have to know about zone-based living. May I tell you what that might be? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, uh, friends and foes. That could be all of you. Hey, this is Stan once again, and we are back in the impact zone. And I want to just do this because I have discovered that there will be incredible opportunities in many ways. Now, right now, we are in a crisis time, particularly in America and the world, because what is going to happen in terms of the Israeli situation and the war with Iran? Uh, what will Donald Trump decide to do? And will finally the Iran regime either be brought to heel or maybe destroyed? And if the regime is destroyed, then what? Then what? That will affect everything. And so, those of us who are in the business world, and everybody is in the business world, everybody has to know that they are in the marketplace. And you have to find your way through the mess in the marketplace, the mess in culture, and in the world as it is, not as we would want it to be. And with the fact that we have our own personal pathologies and personal tragedies, that's why right now there is what I simply say is people are soul tired. SOUL, soul tired. And you can sense it, you can feel it. We certainly need a touch of inspiration and spirited action. And hopefully we'll find the people and the ways and the leaders who will give us real leadership. And I snuck in a word the other day, which most people missed, in which I had the word leadership, except that the last letter, I just simply put in a dash because maybe there's another word that describes the kind of leadership that we are finding in the world today. And we'll just let it go at that. You probably get it. Some of you don't, but that's the censor's point. Hey, here we go. What I have come to believe is we have to figure out that we are living in a life in which we are moving through zones. And the word zone is a very good word because, first of all, the zone is a state of mind. It's a state of being. It's a state of place, and it's a state of performance. And all of those things must come together. And as we go into more and more of our discovery of what it means to be in the zone of life, we will discover. And I believe there are 5 different zones that we need to be aware of. The first one is the one we are born with and we soon lose. It's the curiosity zone, and that's the ability, as we have said many times, to actually be very comfortable with the idea. What would you do if you knew that everything you thought you knew was or is wrong? Can you live in that tension of, yes, certainty and convictions and security and safety are all the things that I seek and want, but maybe that's not the way the zone works. So the curiosity zone. Then we have to deal with, boom, right up there, the impact zone. Now, let me just give you a quick description of how I've described the impact zone. All right. When you're in the impact zone, you are in adulthood. There you are. You are no longer a child, and you are now responsible for your own situation. You're going to have to make good friends. You're going to have to grow your audience. You're going to have to be an influencer. You're going to have to make an impact, which means to put a dent in the universe. And you do so as you serve others. And I am asking people to join me because we have a way to help people live in the impact zone. It's a fellowship, it's a university, it's a gang, it's a group of people who want to know how to do that and teach it to others. Basically, it's a modern day adaptation of Dale Carnegie, who said, you got to win friends and influence people. And then you have to behave differently. That book is still a bestseller after 80 years, but it needs to be updated, and we're going to update Dale Carnegie for the modern world that we live in today. The impact zone, then we have to move to what we've been talking about, the transformation zone. In effect, we have to seek that even though we're fairly comfortable, we may have put a niche and a dent in the universe. We have our place. But maybe we have to do something different and bigger and better. We have to seek and lead transformations, not just change, but true transformations. And so we have to enter the transformation zone, like the Twilight Zone. Yeah, that old, very wonderful movie, which says, in effect, you enter into something new and different and innovative. And it means you'll still have to keep that childlike curiosity, but you have to then go into the transformation zone. And then understand that you're also going to have to find a way to be in the generosity zone. Success does not come from hoarding success. Success comes from sharing success with others. Generosity. Without generosity, the world falls apart. Civilizations die. And then, when you're at my stage, you reach into the encore zone. The encore zone. And that means you're not meant to retire. You don't get to do that anymore. You are now in the encore zone. And that means you've got a project to do. You've got a performance to give. You've got to live in such a way that you live well and finish well and make a difference and leave a legacy. The world will truly be better because you were there. And the encore zone is where you can do that. I oftentimes point out it's said that Michelangelo did his best work between the ages of 75 and 89. If you've reached my age, as I oftentimes say, those of us who've reached my age, please keep in mind that we didn't live this long by being stupid. At least most of us didn't. So there is wisdom, insight, and truth to share. And fortunately or unfortunately, most of us at this age and stage, we can be surprised but seldom shocked. And so that's part of the deal. There we go, my friends. If this strikes accord with you, perhaps there's a way we can work together. On top of that, I'm also putting together a major project called the Christian Entrepreneur Network, and that's how to live like a Jesus entrepreneur. You want to know what entrepreneurship is like? The person of Jesus can teach you how to be a world-class entrepreneur. And he did it not by teaching, he did it by living. And then he was a world-class broadcaster. And so if you really want to be good, we're here to help you be a world-class podcaster, broadcaster. And what I mean by that is there's millions of people who are trying to do a podcast. That won't work. You have to have the state of mind. You become a broadcaster. It's not about learning how to do a podcast. It's learning how to become a broadcaster. A new way of thinking about life and expressing the world views, the news, being able to share expressions of good, bad, ugly, inspiration, desperation in a way that works to help people flourish. If your life and business do not help people flourish, you're living or owning a racket. We are made to enjoy flourishing together. That's the deals that I'm dealing with at this advanced stage in my life. Thank goodness I've been blessed with pretty good health for a man my age and stage. But I do have time and energy, and I want to help you as best as I can. And there are things we can learn about, in effect, zone-based living, and of how to be and think like an entrepreneur. One friend said to me, no, not everybody has to be an entrepreneur. I said, you're right, but they have to think like one. That's the way the world works today. Reach out to me, stan@witradio.net, stan@witradio.net. Tell me how I could help you. Or if you see something that attracts you in terms of, I would like to know how to do that. How to market yourself. How to sell yourself. Because remember, before anyone hires you, votes for you, promotes you, before they will buy the stuff you're selling or whatever, they have to buy you. Every day you have to get up and say, I'm on sale today. And I just won't stand there and actually be for sale. I actually have to sell. There's more to the stories. Thank you for your time. I would appreciate if you would reach out to me, and if you would recommend me to others, and the old subscribe to the channel bit, that would be great. Everything you're supposed to do, when you watch somebody on the telly, I would be grateful for it. All the best and blessings to you. May it go well for you in these very difficult and challenging times. Bye for now.